to know what really pisses me off? It's not just the potholes that are big enough to snap an axle or wasting a quarter tank of gas every day just sitting still because there's way more cars on these roads than they were ever built for. No. What gets me is that we just accept this is all normal now. And think about that for a second. When did the abnormal become the new normal? And there's a hidden bill that we're all paying, and you probably didn't even know it. And you don't get a receipt for it. Can't even claim it on your taxes. And I paid it $1,400 last year. And you paid it too, whether you believe it or not. You see, people, we pay taxes every year for roads and bridges and water. At least that's what they tell us it's for. Then why does that bridge you grew up crossing every day now have more warning signs on it than a haunted house? And why are you constantly boiling water or paying hundreds in suspension repairs from hitting unfixed potholes? Oh, and those 43 hours a year you lose from just sitting in traffic and staring at brake lights? That's time you'll never get back. And that's most definitely a hidden tax. So you ask yourself, where's money going? Because it's definitely not going to infrastructure. Because we sort of just dodge potholes and pretend like it's normal now. But let me ask you, when did we become a people who just shrug our shoulders and say, oh, that's just how life is now? No, it's not just unfair, it's targeted. Because let me ask you this. When was the last time that you saw a pothole in a wealthy neighborhood? Oh, don't rush, I'll wait. Because I can't speak for anybody else, but me, I dodge potholes like it's a war zone every single day. And every time I hit one, it costs me more money. And I know this isn't right. And once I actually sat back and started to think about this stuff, I couldn't stop. And I bet you didn't know that a water main break happens over 658 times a day in this country. Every 2 minutes or so, I think it is. And our water bill is 64% higher than just a decade ago, and for worse service. So seriously, make that make sense to me. And look, I'm not innocent, so let me own my own part in all this. I haven't exactly helped my own case. And I can't really recall how many city meetings that I skipped out on thinking, hell, why? It's all rigged anyway. I was just assuming that somebody else will hold them accountable. And now, because of that, my grandkids think dodging potholes and boiling water is just normal life in America today. And this, it tears me up inside, people. It breaks my heart. And it should break yours too, because that's not how I grew up. That's not the country that I remember. But here's the thing about this all. We've always had the solution right there under our nose. Let me tell you something I've learned. There are only two ways that economies grow. One, you create more jobs, or number two, you make the existing jobs that you have somehow more productive. Well, infrastructure repair does both. You see, you can't outsource fixing roads in your town to some guy in Bangladesh. And AI, to my knowledge, isn't going to be doing any underwater bridge repairs anytime soon. So you see, it's real work. They're good paying jobs right here at home for Americans. And imagine this. You're driving down a road that you helped build with your own hands and sweat. And you're saying to your grandkids or your kids or your friends or whoever, see that road? That's ours. We created that. I helped to build that with my own hands. You're building something that'll outlast even you. And remember too, that every bridge repaired is a little bit of your time that you get back. And every water line that gets fixed, that's money saved, money right in your pocket. I mean, we could literally fix all our roads and create thousands of jobs at the same time. And it's just that simple. Unfortunately, what are we doing? We're sitting around and we're arguing about everything else while the very foundation of our country is crumbling all around us. Oh, and our infrastructure grades, have you seen them? I have. all D's and F's, a failing society, so to speak. You remember the Fern Hollow Bridge in Pittsburgh? It's a bridge that collapsed during rush hours. Cars and buses and trucks, everything down 150 feet straight. And just thank God nobody was injured seriously or killed. Here's the kicker. You wanna know why? No one cleaned the damn drains. For 16 years straight, inspectors had told these guys, clean the damn drains, but nobody bothered to listen. So just basic maintenance, like cleaning the gutters in your house, could have prevented this whole damn collapse. And if that's true, let me ask you this then. How many more man-made disasters do we need before someone starts actually listening? And now our grandparents, they didn't wait for permission. They built this whole damn country during times that were a lot worse and tougher than today. But the difference, they didn't just simply shrug and say, somebody else will fix it for us. They didn't hope somebody else would magically show up and fix all their problems. They rolled up their damn sleeves and they got to work. And people, make no mistake about it, that this has nothing to do with politics. It's about dignity and safety and respect. Because after all, the American dream doesn't really mean much if you can't even get to work safely. I don't know. But look, I will say this. We're not helpless in this. Remember those boring local government meetings I spoke about earlier? Well, they actually decide what roads get fixed in our communities. And most council members, they get elected by less than 200 votes. I bet you didn't know that, did you? I know I didn't. So see, our voice really does matter on this level. And did you know that you could check online right now and see if your local bridges are safe or not? And do it. Do it for yourself, because no one else is gonna do it for you. I know I did it, and what I found out, I was kind of shocked and surprised, and you may be too. So the next time some politician starts talking about, investing in America, just look them in the eye and say, you know what? Investing in what exactly? And what roads? What bridges? And when exactly do you plan on investing? And no two people, these hidden costs aren't going anywhere. They're actually getting worse every single year. And meanwhile, we sit around and argue about AI and ignore real jobs we desperately need. Jobs building real things for real people here in America. And I mean, after all, do you really want your kids dodging potholes and drinking unsafe water and paying these hidden taxes forever? Or do you want to stand up and say, okay, enough is enough? If so, get up off your ass and speak up. Talk to your neighbors. Attend a city meeting. Because no AI is going to fix our roads for us. And no app is going to rebuild our bridges. That this takes real people. That this takes us. And know that, too, the next generation will walk on whatever we leave behind. And I refuse to leave them with what we ignored. The very things that we knew needed fixing. I'm not waiting on permission anymore. I've already started doing my part. I'm watching, and I'm pushing back, and I'm speaking out. And if you're tired of excuses too, then let's stop talking and start doing. The time for action is now. Let's fix what's under our feet. And let's build something solid, something that's going to last, something that will even outlast us. And people, I'll say it again, the time for talk is ended. It's time for action. End of story.